Still, we all had to contend with Junior's bizarre quirk. Like, that nigga don't have phones, okay? He don't believe in phones, okay? He think people trying to get him through the phone, so fuck your phone. Well, hello there, love bugs. Hello there, bellas. If you have not already done so, please remember to like, share, subscribe, and visit uptopbeauty.com. And if you are not already a part of our book club, please remember to hit the Patreon link below and or the join button here on the YouTube, and for a small monthly fee of $5. You babies, yes you, can be privy to all the shenanigans before the YouTube gets it, if the YouTube gets it. We are winding this book down this October 22nd at probably about 7:30. We will be doing the live Q&A cash giveaway. And this time it will be the book club members only. Last time it was open to everyone, so you can't be mad. This time we're going to close it up to the book club members only. That's just the perks of this book club. So now let's continue talking about Booger Berry, me and Motown. The untold story. Let's go. The Motown 25 special, an event I was anticipating with dread, was fast approaching. Despite the fact that I'd just drawn the great artist Junior Walker, Mr. Shotgun himself, out of the forgotten regions of Battle Creek, Michigan, and was revving up to close a deal for him with Super 3. I knew that I wouldn't be granted even an honorable mention on the stage that night. Y'all, goddamn. So fortified, I went backstage after the Motown 25 and found myself, even as a visiting outsider, hugging all the familiar old friends. Brian Holland and Norman Whitfield, the Temps, Martha Reeves and Mary Wells. To Junior Walker, I said, hope you're ready to work tomorrow. I got a go-ahead on the Blow the House Down album, You're Signed. Soon I would be orchestrating projects at Super 3 for the Temptations, for Norman Whitfield for the Four Tops, and for a reunion with Holland Dozier Holland. The Junior Walker project wasn't a piece of cake, but with every obstacle that arose, I was more tenacious and feisty than ever. Still, we all had to contend with Junior's bizarre quirk. Like, that nigga don't have phones, okay? He don't believe in phones, okay? He think people trying to get him through the phone, so fuck your phone. The album, Blow the House Down, was released in the summer of 1983. In spite of Junior's bad-assed yet lovable self, the Temptations had ridden down many a road since they'd scored their first hit in 1964. Of the original members, only Melvin Franklin and Otis Williams remained. A legal scrimmage with Berry over money and creative control issues, as well as the 1975 departure of their Midas Touch producer Norman Whitfield, caused the group to leave Motown in 1976. The Temps were at least able to keep their group's name as a part of their settlement, which was more that could be said of the Jackson 5 or the Marvelettes, whose names was reputed to have been gambled away by Smokey in a card game with manager-promoter Larry Moshak. Dang. Smokey helped negotiate a reconciliation, which brought them back to Motown again. With the exception of the return of Eddie Kendricks and David Ruffin for the reunion album, however, nothing much had developed since that time. The reunion album. Hold on. The reunion album, ain't that when they was like standing on the top? Hey, when you're on the top getting down. Eddie Kendricks was on that album. Hold on, y'all. I hate to do this to y'all. Hold on. Temptations reunion album. What is she talking about? Because now I'm about to look at her sideways for the whole damn thing. Baby, bitch, you don't know what you're talking about. Temptations reunion album. I'm lost. I mean, were they done separately? Like they had their own separate contracts? Yes, they were there. What are they talking about? What is she talking about? Like, I'm lost. Y'all help me. Is she trying to say that the Temptations came back, but Eddie Ruffin and David Ruffin and Eddie Kendricks just came back as like solo artists? Like, I'm confused. But they were on that album. Girl, y'all tell me. I mean, goddamn, it's David Ruffin and Eddie Kendricks right there. What is she talking about? I'm lost. The departure of Norman Whitfield in 1975 was a same old song predicament. The lack of forthcoming money and the need for independence. Norman ended up forming Whitfield Records, which was distributed by Warner Brothers. At first, Norman had some good big hits with Undisputed Truth and Rolls Royce, including their release of the song I'd Help co-write. When you lived inside of me, there was nothing I could conceive that you wouldn't do for me. Oh my God, hold on, y'all. Trouble seems so far away. You changed that right away. Hey, you've abandoned me. Love don't live here anymore. I know I sounded terrible, but y'all. He also done well on some movie soundtracks, such as Car Wash. But by 1982, his career was chilling, and he was broke. The result of business mismanagement and the hands of incompetent advisors. Having truly come of age with his work for the Temps, Norman was the obvious choice for the comeback album. By the same token, HDH and the Four Tops had always been a fantastic combination. Baby, I Need Your Lovin' was the first release that the Tops cut at Hitsville with their first production team, HDH, and it was a smash. So anyway, just like Ewart was responsible for losing the Jackson 5, she's saying that Ewart was responsible also for losing the Four Tops. The outcome of both albums, the Temps' Back to Basics and the Tops' Back Where I Belong, was released simultaneously in October of 1983. The reviews were mixed. Hold on, y'all. Y'all about to be mad at me. So hold on. Temps' Back to Basic. Let's Google this. So maybe she getting the two confused. Hold on. Oh, okay, I see. Back to Basics was not the reunion tour album. Okay, so, all right. As far as future Motown recordings of the groups, the Tops would do only one more album for us, the Magic LP in 1985, and then would leave for good. But on the positive flip of the coin, the Temptations' next project would follow swiftly at Super 3, and it would be a whopping success, okay? So it's like she's not even talking about the reunion album. She glazed over that. It's like she's combining the reunion album with the Back to Basics album. No, girl, those two separate albums, girl. Standing on the top when you're on the top. There's no place you can go to but down, down, down. Before that could happen, however, the Temps had to replace their lead singer, Dennis Edwards, who'd been in and out due to a milder form of David Ruffin syndrome. Y'all know I didn't even know that Dennis Edwards had a powder Dunlap problem. I didn't know that until y'all made me watch that video. Madeo, Come sit down right here. Don't look any further. Until I seen his mouth swinging like that, y'all. I didn't know, y'all. I didn't know. But, I mean, you learn something new every day. Dennis had originally been David's replacement. Both carried those strong, husky baritones. It was Dennis' vocals that had sailed so beautifully alongside Paul Williams' deep voice on Whitfield's great Psychedelic Shack. Psychedelic Shack, that's where it's at. Psychedelic Shack, that's where it's at. Yeah! That's my shit, y'all. And Cloud 9, and I Can't Get Next to You. I can fly like a bird in the sky. I can buy you anything that money can buy. After Back to Basics was cut, Dennis went back to the basics of the high life and couldn't be found anywhere. So Otis and Melvin were out on a hunt for a substitute. Oh, and what a substitute. What a substitute. They struck a double gold mine in the form of two newcomers on the Jesus. Ollie Woodson, whose voice ranged up to high tenor all the way down to a ruffin-like soulful baritone, and Ron Tyson, whose clear, gorgeous sound evoked many shades of Eddie Kendrick. Ooh! Man, the Temptations got the best male singers to me, man. Look at this. These tendrils is not working for y'all today. My bad. Okay. Now, I'm the kind of guy that don't believe that chivalry's dead. Hey! And I believe a woman should be treated with the utmost respect. Hey! Don't be afraid. Don't turn and walk away. It was in early 1983 when Kennedy, Margaret, and Barry's son came to me in my office. Ray, you know that I really want to be a recording artist, but nobody takes me serious. Like they don't think I have talent. What about your dad, I asked. Kennedy shrugged. Oh, you know. It wasn't the first time I'd been to Barry on Kennedy's behalf. After hearing his potential, I'd lobbied successfully to get him a writing job at Joe Bet. Along with my sons and Benny, and Kennedy's spirits rose considerably. Now, a year and a half later, and Barry's cluck of approval, our next step was to find the right song. I walked into the apartment one night and became immediately enchanted by a hypnotic bass line coming from Kennedy's synthesizer. Okay, this is funny because keep in mind that Barry the Gordy don't believe in taking care of no kids past 18. And I'm saying to myself, didn't your sisters take care of you, Barry the Gordy? Okay, after you left your wife, remember when you was wearing that Gordon Gartrell around there in Lucy's living room? You acting like you the man, but you around here with clothes all raggedy, hair all f***ed up. Your sisters was helping you. Dressed all in black, Kennedy was crouched over the keyboard. And so Kennedy Gordy's big hit, Somebody's Watching Me, was born. Not wanting the Gordy's name to influence the impact of the song itself, Kennedy came up with the name Rockwell to use on the record. When Curtis Nolan showed immense belief in Kennedy's talent, he was hired as the producer on the project. Finally, when we were laying down the lead vocals, Kennedy had a last-minute brainstorm. I'm going to get Michael Jackson to sing on this song, he stated. Let me tell you how he gooped the Michael Jackson. Okay? Now, Sugar Ray is like, oh, that's okay, baby. That's okay. You know, if you can get it done, then, you know, Shasta La Vista, right? But this is Barry Gordy's son. So Barry Gordy's son, Rockwell, and Michael Jackson have had some, you know, interactions as children. I'm sure that if Barry called and was like, hey, Mike, can you help me? Or hey, Mac, blah, blah, blah. As much as Michael Jackson was in love with Barry the Gordy as a child, I'm sure he would have been like, okay. But because he don't want to deal with his father at all, he came up with a plan. Anyway, this is how it went down. This is how Michael Jackson got on Somebody's Watching Me. You know, I thought that, you know, because Barry the Gordy was Barry the Gordy, he just was like, hey, Mike, come over here and do me a solid. No. Like I said, he cuts his kids off. His son, Kennedy, ain't even living with him in his house because 18 plus, you can't live in his house. Okay? So Kennedy is over there with Sugar Ray. All right? Because you can't live in Berry Gordy's house past 18. Okay? I know some parents are like that, but damn, Berry Gordy. But anyway. So we got Rockwell and Michael Jackson hanging out. Rockwell threw Michael Jackson in a trick bag and was like, hey man, you know, come on, let's stop past here right quick. It was a studio, okay? He there. The ninja got ambushed. Hey, Mike, can you do me a favor? Can you jump into the booth and do the background vocals on this? Okay, let's go. Ray, get here in the booth. Let's go. That's how Michael Jackson got on Somebody's Watching Me. He threw him in a trick bag. Had no idea. We almost fell into a dead faint when 45 minutes after Kennedy and Michael Jackson came strolling in the door, Kennedy's plan not to give Michael a second to think about it, just an impromptu, hey, we're ready to record, come on down to the studio with me, was a triumph. So they got the album all mixed up, right? You know what you engineers and stuff be doing, right? They got the album all mixed up, right? She take it to Berry Gordy. Berry Gordy, here go your son's song. He like, okay, you got a funky beat, I can dance to it. Okay. And then he's like, wait a minute, whose voice is that? Is that the Michael Jackson? That the Michael Jackson. Barry's elation almost raised the roof. Michael Jackson. When Somebody's Watching Me hit #1 in a few weeks, Motown happily ate crow. It was the fastest moving single in the country, and I was feeling pretty damn incredible. With the victory of Somebody's Watching Me behind me, I had almost completed my own game plan. But the tragedy that struck next left me so anguished that I could think of nothing else. If you have not already done so, please remember to like, share to Facebook, subscribe, and visit uptopbeauty.com. Now remember this. The same people that you meet on the way up will always be the same people that you meet on the way down. My naysayers, my patron loves. You babies, have a good one.